Hello everyone, welcome back to Pixel Village and I'm Radha Krishnan. In this video, we're going to talk about a very important problem or solution. I think a problem that photographers face, especially those photographers who tend to print their creative work, predominantly the wedding photography community. All of them create large prints for their clients, right? And a good chunk of them face this problem, namely the color. Well, they invest in the best possible equipments, they invest in the best possible lenses and softwares and all that, and they even print it in the best possible lab, and they also pay a big price to get those exotic prints, but many of them are still not exactly happy with the kind of colors that they tend to reproduce. This is not my guess. I've been interacting with the photography community on a regular basis, and this is one of their biggest complaints. And they usually end up in a kind of a tiff, a small kind of a uncomfortable situation with the lab, the printing press, and the photographer. And of course, you also will end up having a lot of unhappy clients as well. So in spite of making so much of investment in terms of time, money, and everything, why are many people get into trouble with color? I think the reason is not the camera or the printer. And it's most likely is going to be one element in your workflow which you may have neglected or probably taken for granted. And that is, yes, a monitor that you can trust and start your color journey with at a very affordable price level, that too. Because the prime reason why many people are not really investing in the monitor is that most of them are very expensive. Now this one is not really expensive. Before I talk about the price and availability and guarantees and things like that, let me tell you what all the things that are required or things that you should take care while buying computer monitor, especially for color post-production, both for print and also for video. Okay? You need to stay there like that for some time, okay? Anyway, all right. The first thing, of course, is selecting a convenient size. The next one is the resolution of the monitor. The third one is the color handling capacity of the monitor. The next one is the expandability. We will go one by one of all these properties and I'll tell you why we think that the Asus PA247CV is probably one of the most desirable monitor that you can start, like I said, your color journey with. This monitor is 23.8 inches in size. Very convenient, not so big, not small either. Kind of a size which is perfect for a home office, a small studio kind of a setup. Perfect for a beginner, like I said. The resolution is full HD. So it's perfect for processing your images, perfect for image retouching, because I know that you suddenly must be thinking that, look, the world is moving towards 4Ks and much higher resolutions. Why are you bringing this full HD? Full HD is actually all that you require if you're working in a very compact setup. 4K, see, like resolution, more means more responsibility. You will require more other things to support the 4K. You will require more distance of viewing, you require more computing power, and there are many other things. Of course, the big thing is the price of those monitors. Anyway, coming back to Full HD is perfect. I mean, I don't think you will feel that you're missing out something. It's a best place to start to begin with. And of course, it is Calman certified, which means that you are guaranteed of the color. According to that certification, it has a color accuracy of less than 2 delta value. So that again is a reassurance that your colors will be displayed very accurately. It has a decent refresh rate of 75 Hertz, which is max, but it is an adaptive refresh rate. So it actually understands the kind of content which is displayed on the screen and vary the refresh rate from 48 Hertz to 75 Hertz. It also has a great viewing angle, about 180 degrees, which is fantastic, and also a non-reflective, IPS panel. Non-reflective meaning, so this is not exactly reflection, correct? You're actually seeing the source, but you're not seeing the reflection of the source. Reflection is, there are certain monitors which are very popular. I don't want to take names, but you can actually comb your hair on those screens. It's so reflective that everything behind you starts reflecting on those screens. They are probably not ideal for work. Of course, we do work on it. You know what I'm talking about, but this is a non-reflective surface. Another interesting feature this monitor has is that it can swivel on its base and also on its axis. So you can actually turn it and if you want to view the image in a portrait mode, you can do that. And also it comes with a lot of let me increase the height and let me rotate this. Okay, so this is your portrait mode, and the connectivity is also amazing. It's got two USBs here on this side, two at the bottom. They are almost like a hub. There are two display ports. The display ports can be daisy chained. That's another interesting one. And the USB 3 connection is also a display port as well as a charging port. It gives you 65 watts of power, which means I can actually connect and power my laptop. I'm going to demonstrate that for you. And of course, it also has an earphone, on-off button, and a powering point. So what I'm going to do is to quickly power this up and continue this video. Okay, so we are all connected. The USB-C cable. Fortunately, this comes in the box. And let me connect it to my computer. There you go. My laptop has started charging. And of course, now I can mirror this monitor here too. So before doing all that, let me straight away jump in the menu. Once I go into the menu, all those color gamuts that I was talking about will be right here. You have your standard mode and your 100% sRGB mode. So you can actually see the way the screen is getting readjusted to that particular color profile. Rec 709, DCI-P3 obviously is more brighter, but it will not reproduce 100% of it. Scenery mode is in case if you're watching something is interesting, which is not really very color critical. Reading mode. If you're reading, you don't really require very bright screen, right? It's like Kindle, for example. It's not really bright. The text needs to be very nice. So reading mode, it's got a dark room mode, and it also has a rapid rendering mode and plus 2 programmable user mode as well. So when, for example, if I am going to be using this monitor for video, I will keep it in Rec 709. Okay, and this monitor will quickly set itself to reproduce the Rec 709 color gamut space 100%. One word of caution, the Calman certification is for ideal lab condition setting, and you and me don't have an ideal lab condition setting. It's like the the mileage testing for, or mileage promise for an automobile, right? Everything is under, let's say, test condition. In India, they say ARAI testing conditions. If an automobile is promising a certain mileage or fuel efficiency, you need to drive it under that condition to derive that efficiency. Since we don't have it, we get a different set of fuel efficiency. Now, fortunately for monitor, it's not like that. Once you set into our desired color profile setting in the monitor, we can further fine-tune it to suit our viewing condition. Our studios can have varying lighting conditions, right? Yours and mine can be different. You can have a bright window behind or some other type of lighting conditions in the studio. So in which case you can either use a data color Spider Elite or Asus ProArt display. I mean, it is also available directly from X-Rite, the i1 Display Pro. These two to further fine-tune the colors. So this is very critical, it's very important so that you will not, even after buying, you can be dissatisfied because you are using it under, wrong kind of conditions or working environment. Just like in the case of the automobiles case, the manufacturers promised you 25 kilometers to a liter, but you end up getting something like 18. It's actually because of your driving style and the type of terrain that you're driving, etc., etc. Anyway, so I'm just trying to give you a comparison, a metaphor here. All right, so that is something that you need to be extremely careful about. The second layer of calibration. In fact, we have done a detailed video on that. I'll add a link in the description. You can watch it. Okay, one thing that I forgot to mention in the initial part of this video is about the blue light filter. Blue light, as you know, is harmful to your eye, and Asus has taken care of it in 4 different levels. You can control the blue light. Now, the blue light is controlled in such a way that the blue from your image is not taken away. Okay, so it is controlled in that way. Ideally, you should be doing your blue light filter first, and then get into your fine tuning or the color calibration. Okay, so then you have, after that, you have a whole lot of manual control. Especially when you are calibrating, you will have to go manually interfere in the brightness and contrast and saturation, hue, all that of the monitor. In some cases, it will be only the brightness. But if you want to manually do something, if you are a real expert and you understand color really, really well, you have all those fine controls available in this as well. Then, of course, you can also reset the whole, monitor to your factory condition. There are a whole lot of things like it's got a small, tiny, mini speaker inside. It's got multiple connectivity, like I told you. It's got an HDMI, it's got DisplayPort, USB Type-C, and auto source detection. So keep it in auto source detection. Whichever port you start using it, it'll start identifying and it'll automatically switch. And of course, there are other few system setups as well, which is not exactly very important. Once you become an expert, you can start fiddling with that. So what I wanted to say was, actually I said that right in the beginning. We all invest, as photographers, invest big money on our camera, on our lenses, etc. And there are a few things that actually get left behind. One is a great tripod and another is a monitor, because you think you don't require a tripod because cameras have inbuilt image stabilizations, optical image stabilization, etc. So you don't really worry about it. But there are conditions when you work with, for example, landscapes and interior shots and product shots, etc. Ideally, you should have a nice, good support. Once you start reading about camera support, you will realize how important it is. And monitor is a similar device, something which is probably even more important than let's say a tripod, because it is where you can make that big mistake. Your camera has captured great color and your printer can print great color, but you did not see it on your monitor. You assumed, or you saw all wrong colors on your monitor. You made all your corrections, you made all your processing, send it across to your printer, and printer prints it whatever that you've given. They say garbage in, garbage out. In the olden days, there used to be this famous word called VCB. What you see is what you get. Well, in fact, in this case of monitor and your image, what you see may not be what you may be getting. Well, I don't think I have any more to say. Check this out. This monitor is at a fantastic price level, currently available in Amazon at a great discount. I'll add a purchase link in the description. We don't receive any money for all that. We have the institute, Pixel Viilage Creator Academy, has an association with Asus. So we get these monitors to try, test out, and also speak about it to our viewers. Hence this video. So fantastic price range. Also, it comes with a 3-year warranty. So your money is taken care of. It's any doubts, you can reach out to us. You can ask us questions in the comment box and we'll try and reply to them. But definitely, a monitor is something you must definitely consider including in your list of equipments. I'll see you in another video.